talking about the control of resources. When it comes to the power, the people we have in power who have not been doing anything. We're talking about today, which of course I'll be coming back with that after the short musical break we shall take after this, with of course the newly inaugurated deputy president, what he had to say, and of course him being sworn in. We are wondering, and majority of the Kenyans are asking, is this going to take a good direction? Are things now going to be working according to how they're supposed to? Of course not. I feel like with the previous deputy, he was probably not doing and signing things the way they're supposed to, and watu wa Mrima imebidi wametolewa huko, wamerushwa nje. But of course we shall see, and I'll be sharing of course the video of what took place. But along with that, we shall share about Zimbabwe this week. I did talk about reparations, and we can see Mnangagwa has actually come forth to demand the reparations and apology of his country. Along with that, we shall talk about Tanzania and South Africa, who are actually also looking forward to collaborating, or rather South Africa being part of the East Africa. Actually, that is some positive news. I'd love South Africa to be part of actually East Africa. That would be really, really amazing. But we shall see how that will actually work. Along with that, we shall also talk about actually where Kenyans are also very dissatisfied about the Finance Act Constitution, which of course has been passed. We're talking about the Law Society of Kenya president, who has come forth to speak about how they actually disagree with this motion. And last but not least, we shall also talk about Dangote. And along that, I'll be sharing an amazing video from the Middle Nation guy. I love calling him the Middle Nation guy because I don't know what's this guy's name. The white man who has been, of course, Malcolm X in it here on TikTok, on YouTube, and all literally the platforms. But of course, karibuni sana. This is our top conversation for the day. Once again, karibuni to everyone who's on YouTube, on TikTok. Follow us if you guys, it's your first time right here. Shout out to you, Hawa. Hello to you too. Hope uko fiti manze, nimekumiss mbaya mbovu msupa. Like sana. Nimekumiss sana. We need to look for each other manze. I've really, really missed you, Hawa. Hope you're doing great. Nice to see you. And of course, to everyone who's also on the network and on YouTube, subscribe if this is your first time right here. Ensure you also have our application. I'll be coming back after this short musical break. Of course, as I give you the amazing deal, once you have the application, what benefits you can actually get from this application of ours. It's nothing but just amazing organic supplements, and also some amazing merchandise for your side chick. It is literally the holiday seasons, and we're getting on the weekend. If you're going to see your side chick in it, you need to get yourself our organic amazing products, and get your wife some too. Don't get them confused, smelling different. They need to have the same scent. Ndo sujulikani una cheat. Yes, and of course, welcome back to the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, to everyone who's here for the first time on YouTube, on BitChute, on the Amazon TV, on Roku TV, on the show page. Hello, you guys, and also everyone on the radio station, on TikTok. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to yet another beautiful, beautiful Pan-African discussion. And before we get started, of course, it's a new beautiful month. And today when I woke up, I saw something really, really amazing. And it says, may the end in November stand for a new beginning, new jobs, new connections, new relationships, new mentality, and of course also some new beginnings. I mean, set goals for this month. We have only 2 months, literally, or I'd say 2 months to the end of the 2024. And I don't know if you guys may achieve zile zinaitangwaje, zile vitu mnakwanga mmeset at the starting of the year, like the goals you write by January, I'm gonna fulfill this, by February, I'm gonna fulfill this. I'd love to hear from majority of you guys mmekuwa able to fulfill all that, especially for those who are with me on TikTok. Have you been able to fulfill your 2024 resolutions that you had actually set? For me, I'd say yes. I've fulfilled some. Let me start with myself. I've really fulfilled not even some, actually big things that I even expected I'd fulfill, and I'm really, really proud of myself. And apart from that, of course, some things I was to fulfill, but I've not been able. But I'm still grateful. I feel like some things, when they take time to delay, like I've always said, everything when it takes time to delay, for me, it comes in double or even triple of what I've been expecting. If it delays, it means that actually you're not being protected from receiving the smallest thing that you're asking for, and you require bigger. So everything happens at its perfect timing, like perfect timing. And maybe right now, whatever you're asking for, you're not in the capability of handling that. That is basically also one thing I've learned in life. Sometimes you're asking maybe for a car. Are you really able to, drive? Are you sure you're going to be able to take care of that car, or you just want a car to flex with it. Sometimes you also ask for big amount of money. Are you going to be able to be financially disciplined, or are you going to be, be wasting the money right now because you have it? Like, most of the times when things happen in delay is because we're really being prepared for them, so that when we receive them, we know how to handle them. And it comes, number one, before you receive what you want, also you get some challenges. That is something I've learned in life. You're gonna get tempted, you're gonna get tested in different ways. It could be maybe even within your own environment, it could be maybe at work, on the road, how you relate to people, how you take situations, like how you literally handle things, or the test brought to you is going to determine if you're really ready for the blessings you're asking for. But with that, I don't want to become a motivational speaker. Of course, once again, karibuni sana. And before I get started, like I said, I'll be coming back letting you guys know why you need to have our application. That is the Black Hot Fire Network application, which has amazing organic supplements. And I talk about organic supplements, I'm starting from you not getting yourself enough sunlight. If you've not been getting enough sunlight, imagine you have some vitamin D3 2000 that is very affordable, only at $19. If you've not been performing well, trust me, we have some organic supplements. Stop eating mokombero. We see that is so old. Stop using the Viagras. We've seen people die, old men especially. They're dying from these Viagras, trying to please the young ladies, out here. So ensure you get yourself some amazing organic supplements from the Black Hot Fire Network sports page. But I see my computer has frozen, so I'm trying to come back and, of course, share with you guys what supplements we have. But we have the vitamin D3, that is to start with. You have some colon gentle cleanse, also very affordable, $35. We have some turmeric gummies, very affordable as well. We have some CMOS. We also have some honey goat weed. It's on a weekend. Ensure you're performing, and so much more actually aligned there for you. So ensure you have our application. Let me see what's happening. Kindly give me a short. Let me give me a minute as you get to see. I don't know why my computer is frozen, literally. Let me see what's up. Let me figure out what's going on. Okay. All right. My laptop was completely frozen. I don't know why, what really happened, but let me see if I'm going to be able to come back. Let's see what's up. Give me a minute. Kindly come back on, that is Talkim. Come back on Monday on the Vibe Show, and yeah, there we go. Okay, come back on Monday on the Vibe Show, and you'll be able to request all the jams on the Vibe Show from 8 a.m. till 12 midday. You have 4 hours of requesting all the jams you want, or rather, come back on Tuesday and Thursday. That is on the Culture Show, and you'll be able to listen to all the songs you want. Trust me. That is Tal Hakim. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Steppers. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing great, and also everyone on YouTube. Like I said, yes, we have amazing products right here on the BHFN Sports page. Once you have the application, if you're using any Android device, for you to be able to find, of course, our application, it's on the Google Play Store. If you're using any Apple device, the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com, that is the way to actually be able to log in. And like I said, we have amazing supplements here. As we get to the weekend, as you go see your side chick, as you go to see your wife, ensure they're using the same perfume, the same organic products, so that actually no suspicions will be going around. Okay, we're talking about vitamin D3 $19, green superfood $35, complete multivitamin $32, and some energy strip only $28. Under our beauty supplements, hair, nail supplements, also we have amazing products as well. We're talking about Alpha Energy, only $40. Some brain and focus formula, $39, and some conjunctive support, $29, and also some colon gentle cleanse. And as you explore more, you get to see even our amazing coffee products like the Manuka honey coffee, $59, mushroom coffee fusion coming from the lion mains and chaga, only $36, and the hemp coffee blend medium roast, $32 only. And also remember, we said forget that Brazilian white woman, get yourself some Brazilian blend, only $31. And also under our natural extracts, we have amazing things. The lion mane mushroom, $33, honey goat wheat, $33, turmeric gummies, $22, and the CMOS once again, $25. Once you have all that, you're good to go. In case you have any questions, remember we have an active chat on the right, just down below there. If you have any queries before you purchase your product, if you have any questions, the chat is very active and you'll be good to go. But as we get started, of course, with today's conversation, like I said, we shall be discussing about how Africans are being held back from completely achieving their wealth, and this is when we talk about, again, starting from everything I've been talking about this week is literally regarding history, politics, and how we've gotten to where we are, and some of the things how we should tackle them. From Monday, we'll be talking about unity. On Tuesday, I can't remember specifically, but I think we spoke about, I can't, reparations. On Wednesday, we've been talking literally so many positive things, but on today's conversation, that is what we shall be discussing, of course, as we check the political matters that are happening this week. Talking about reparations, of course, Zimbabwe being one of our conversation today, has come forth to also demand for an apology. Of course, that is we saw that is the British government saying that they owe no one no apology. They shall issue no apology. We've seen, again, like I went through articles, they're saying that people who never experienced slavery should not be demanding for reparations. They went ahead and even said the people who never participated in slavery should not pay any reparations. So it's a discussion, of course, like I said on Tuesday. It's a debate. It's a dialogue that has been had but never taken serious. And when it comes to Africans, again, we can't even ask for this. Like I said on Tuesday, I feel like Africans should not be asking for this if, number one, they've not understood their own history, where they come from, and why they need to demand for these reparations. If you talk about the Mau Mau survivors or the freedom fighters who survived from every African country, because I'm certain we do have them in every African country, those are the people actually should come forth, educate the other generation about why we need to have reparations. Of course, majority of them are really aged, so even going to communities talking about this kind of stories, probably you're not even gonna make sense, because maybe even for you, demanding reparation has never made sense to the same people within your community. So this goes back to the system of education, where we should have been taught our history, then understand why we need to demand reparations. So I'm gonna read what Munagangwa actually is saying as we get to continue, as we move away from that, because I spoke about this on Tuesday. President Emerson Mnangagwa has demanded reparations and an apology from Britain over colonial injustice suffered by Zimbabweans and lasting legacy of colonialism in the country. Mnangagwa echoed the settlements of African leaders who recently attended the Commonwealth Summit that was yesterday, including President William Ruto, in Samoa, where they called, no, not the Commonwealth Summit, but there was a COMESA meeting yesterday. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Mnangagwa echoed the sentiments of African leaders who recently attended the Commonwealth Summit in Samoa, where they called for Britain to apologize for its colonial history. Addressing the National Elders Forum in Harare on Thursday, Mnangagwa said that it is high time for Britain to acknowledge the colonial past. And I quote what he says: "We have observed quite recently as former colonial powers apologizing to the Mau Mau of Kenya and also apologizing to the Namibians. We therefore ask, when are the rest of us from the former colony going to receive similar apologies from the same people?" You wonder we need it? That is what he asks. Recently, conservative leadership candidate Robert Gendrick said that the former colonies should instead be grateful for the legacy and not demand reparations from Britain. The British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has also ruled out paying reparations to the former colonies, but it's open to engaging leaders. According to research of the Zimbabwe National Elders Forum, the country's economy 500 billion dollars had the former colonizer not exported its minerals, and even probably more than that. Mnangagwa said that Zimbabwe is carrying the trauma of colonialism, which has been addressed through acknowledgement of the past injustice by Britain. He also says, and I quote, "It is not a secret that the colonial violence was brutal and systematic, and those of us old enough to tell the tale still bear scars and associated with the trauma and violence." That is something I've mentioned. I feel like majority of the people, the surviving freedom fighters, either it's fear that was instilled in them talking about history. This is why less information about history even was spread, because I feel like, and I believe the word of mouth is very quick. The word of mouth is really, really quick. If you pass this information, because I remember there's a time I was talking about storytelling in Africa and how important and impactful this was. Storytelling, I remember me being young when we could go to a place maybe, or a community, or a clan, because we also have clans still very active. A clan that maybe during the night they embrace those traditions of storytelling. I'm not only gonna take the story in, but I'm gonna tell a friend. So I believe the word of mouth is quick to spread. If I'm told a story today that is actually very fascinating, I'm not gonna keep quiet about it. I'm gonna tell someone who doesn't know about it to see if they know about it, and of course they don't know about it. Okay, so I do believe word of mouth is very quick to be spread, and through the freedom fighters who survived, they had the chance, or have been having the chance, to spread the word of mouth and let the younger generation understand why they need to back them up, fight for reparations. But I feel fear was instilled. That is what I feel like, to the survivors. Fear has been instilled, or I don't understand, because that is the only way that Africans would have maybe in one way understood why we need reparations. But he also says we still bear the scars and associated trauma from all that type of violence, even in the quest of freedom and self-determination. In both the first and the second Chimurenga, our efforts were considered criminal and treated as such when we sought for freedom. And of course, this is when of course we get them killing, of course, someone like Robert Mugabe and all the freedom fighters who actually came forth to try demand um, their 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 lands back. Zimbabwe, just before I get to give my analysis on that, Zimbabwe recently also, remember that was a few months ago, said they're going to be giving the lands back not only to the people of its country, but also to the foreigner. Let me get that article very quickly, just a minute. Zimbabwe gives to give back to give. Let's just look for that. Okay, so this is on this is on 16th of October exactly. This was on 16th of October this year, just last month, where they're saying Harare, Zimbabwe says Harare, Zimbabwe says it will compensate local and foreign white farmers who lost their lands and property more than 20 years ago in the farm seizure meant to readdress some of the wrongs of colonialism. About 400 white farmers, listen, about no 400, not 400, 4,000. About 4,000 white farmers lost their homes. To who? Where were they living by then? Africa as a continent never had white people. these people invaded the continent. So I want to understand, according to history and realistically, where white people owned their land in Africa before they invaded. Can you get that part first? Where did white people, which part of Africa did white people used to live before us claiming this fake independence we have? Because I don't know anywhere. In history, I've tried to see. There's nowhere where it's
They
written
they
white people
didn't. They
used to.
wouldn't hear Joby. They were not
Mm-hmm,
there. They stole those lands. So when they got it back,
mm-hmm,
um, white people told you the sad what they did. They economically tried to destroy Zimbabwe for
mm-hmm.
getting back the land. The colonial powers, all white countries, since you're in their economic systems, the Africans coming out of colonialism, Joby, don't have any
Mm-hmm.
economic systems. They don't own
Exactly.
nothing. They don't control anything.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are still very well, badly educated. These leaders that we're talking about that come out of colonialism, they're really badly educated and really still worship white people. So the
Mm-hmm.
deals they make are stupid. So, um, so finally, after 20 years of fighting a war, Joe, like, right, people fighting this war. 20 years, the people are like, hey, where's our land? We fought wars with these white people. Where's our
Yeah,
land back that they stole from us? See,
exactly.
Africans are the only people not supposed to get their land back that white people stole.
Mm-hmm.
So after 20 years, white people loved Mugabe at first, Joby. They loved him because he didn't get the land back. They fought a
Yeah.
war, the blacks had won, and so no, he was knighted by the queen, and the white people loved him.
Yeah.
And as soon as 20, as well as 20 years ago, so 20 years after the war ended in 1980, Joe. It took to the year
Yeah.
2001 till the people that fought the war said, listen, Mugabe, we're going to overthrow you. It's 20 something years we don't got our land back. So he
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, I'm gonna go start reissuing the land. So these white farmers, who of course stole the land when the British invaded Africa, like Kenya. See, Kenyans ain't Jomo, another puppet. He never got that land back in Kenya. The white people still in Kenya owning that land that they stole.
And he's giving
So
them more privilege because this guy is just nationalizing even Indians' holiday in our own country. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Continue.
So exactly right, Joe. So now that they got another puppet in there, Managua, after Mugabe died, he's been pressured to give the land back to the people that stole the land that they got the land back from.
Yeah.
Only Africans do this nonsense. Give white people who steal shit they get reparations. But you that didn't steal nothing, you don't get nothing. Yeah, ain't it crazy? It's always reparations in reverse for the savages.
Yeah.
So, so what they doing? Managua should be overthrown. It should be no Zimbabwe should allow this. But like I said, they're colonized. Africans in Zimbabwe, shout out to Rumbazan. She said they're colonized. They still love their oppressors who treated them like shit. Who go ahead,
Zimbabwe
Joby.
and South Africa has no difference. Then that's what you're
Yes,
saying.
Joby. Yeah. Why do you think you got Zimbabwe's in South Africa? Yeah, Joby. It's the same reason. Okay, look. Remember, Joby. South Africa was controlled and ruled by white people. So was Zimbabwe and Zambia. I mean,
Yes.
even after even after the other Africans got some fake independence. Because remember, a lot of white people settled there. And so
Mm-hmm.
they started to control those governments. Because remember, Zimbabwe was not called Zimbabwe, it was called Rhodesia.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it was a sister country to South Africa. The same people were
Mm-hmm.
in both countries, the same literally the same white people were in
Yeah.
Zambia, Zimbabwe, and what you call South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia. Okay? And by Namibia, white people still own what? All the land, and black people don't own the land. White people ain't got that land back in Namibia yet. That's what I was telling Leslie. All those white people own all the land in Namibia, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
Same what they did. So it was only Zimbabwe said, okay, enough is enough. We're gonna take they're the only ones with a spine that said we're taking the land back finally that you stole from us.
Mm-hmm.
So all white, the whole white world, Joby, the whole white world descended and started putting these fake sanctions. Your UN, Joby, that's supposed to be freedom about the world and all
Yes.
that shit. Put
Yes.
put sanctions on Zimbabwe for them doing actually getting justice, right? So you had the UN, of course you had the European Union, the EU, and of course America's wicked ass. All of them put put sanctions on Zimbabwe so they couldn't trade. Remember, Africa didn't create any inner trading with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
if Africa would have been a real had real freedom, you would have torn down them borders and start trading with one another, so white people couldn't destroy you. So remember, all these old colonial countries were attached to the colonial power. Like Kenya trading with Britain, so was Zimbabwe's main trade partner was Britain. It was always the colonial master that had control of your trade, not other African countries. So
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't established. So most of the trading was what with England. So England put them sanctions on them. So now they had no food coming in. They had not, their money was turned into garbage. So that was trying to destroy them to say, hey, you niggas, you better get a land back to white people, and we're supposed to rule you niggas. That's what it's about, Joby. So
Mm-hmm.
it's never about any equality and justice with these people.
Never. Never.
Ever.
That's why I said on the Tuesday topic I labeled it reparations is a dialogue that has never been taken serious. And this is how you can
They laugh.
see
I should have
even
sent you that. I should have sent you that bill. That guy laughed. It's a British guy laughed. Said, we're not ever. He said to all you Africans, he said the island nations too. You Jamaicans, you Africans, we're not never giving you nothing. So you better stop asking.
exactly that's the problem. We're asking, we're not demanding. There's a
You have
difference.
power.
You
That's
know,
right, Joe. That's
you
right.
wanna
You don't
you
have
wanna
you don't
beg when
you
you
got
should
that power.
you should
Right.
demand what is. If something is mine, I'm not asking you to give it to
Now
me.
you finally understand it, Joby. That's right. See
You
now,
know,
now we got to create a million Jobies. You don't ask for what's yours, you demand it. Exactly right, Joe. You don't ask, you don't beg nobody for what's yours.
exactly. You're gonna give it to me. I don't care how you're gonna give it to me. That's the problem. Because even reading all this article, you can hear the president weak presentation that he has. Like, what do you mean? We observed during the Commonwealth Summit the Mau Mau Freedom again. This is I don't even know how to describe this. It's like not
They just
understanding
they just they just acknowledged them. They didn't give him any money or do anything for him.
exactly.
So he's just saying he's saying, I see you acknowledge them, but what about us too? He said you colonized what you call Kenya today. We were also part about it, but you didn't acknowledge our. Understand, guys, colonialism was brutal. I know we talking about slavery a lot, but even colonialism, was they the same wicked shit they did with slavery. Because you can call it colonialism, you might just call it slavery. I
Hmm.
don't like to call it because that's a fake term. We losing European terms to call. Oh, they came back and colonized the continent. No, they came back and enslaved
Yeah.
the whole continent. After they took the other Africans out, they came back and enslaved it because it's a better word. Oh, they came back and colonized the Africans on their own land. No, 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 no. Let's stop using European terms. They came back and they literally enslaved the whole continent. They moved people off their land and they forcibly made Kenyans, Zimbabweans, South Africans, Namibians, Botswanans, Zambians, Tanzanians work for them for free. That's slavery. Chopping off their limbs, their hands, that's what they did. So it was no colonialism. They came back and they enacted their wicked slavery policies that they took to the other parts of the world back to Africa. We said we got Africa weak. We didn't depopulate their ass, and now we can come in and take it all over. And so, and we can put slavery on the continent now. So the idea that white people say, oh, we outlawed slavery. No, they didn't. All they did was move it from their work straight back to Africa. Go back and read these African narratives. They were enslaved on their own continent. They always make better sounding words. Oh, colonialism. We came back and colonized Africa. They came back and enslaved Africa.
Hmm.
Kenyans were enslaved.
Yeah.
Tanzanians were enslaved.
So you can say
Zimbabweans were enslaved. Go ahead,
that
Joe.
they are going even wrong because comparing the two articles, the president is now, of course, demanding an apology and reparations. But on
But
this other
Joe said,
end,
I don't need your apology because I need you to repair. I need reparative justice, and that's the
exactly,
money. That's the billions and trillions of dollars that you stole out of Africa.
the
That's why
article
Africa's impoverished, guys. Go
the
ahead.
article we're reading here is of October 16th this month, like we've seen. Look at the image used. I mean, this is Africans today in their own continent and lands, where you have to stand on a white woman's, of course, gates, the dogs barking at you, you know, them grabbing the
Yeah.
kids, of course, away, stay away from these niggas.
Yeah.
You know, hi Marshall, how you doing? Nimekumisa, I hope you're doing amazing. I need to look for you, Marshall. Niko na biashara na wewe ndakutafuta. Kuna biashara nataka kupatia, money making business. So kindly tell your dad to give you my number. Kindly ensure that. Tell him to give you or text me on Instagram. We'll talk much more. Yes, that is my nephew over there. Shout out to you. Shout out to also Stella. Everyone on TikTok. Karibuni sana. Hope you guys are doing great. But I'm saying if you look at the two articles, the way they are describing it, this on this other end, you're asking, not even demanding for reparations, and after demanding, the only way you think about compensating your people is also including the same people who have actually denied you the access of those land. Because I believe the
Exactly.
people in Zimbabwe don't think that the black Zimbabweans, I believe they even call themselves maybe like the South Africans in South Africa, they call themselves whatever they call themselves. But I believe most of the Zimbabweans are believed by the white people who live there, they don't deserve to be having their lands back, because of course that
No,
is
they
you,
don't. No, they don't believe that, Joe.
that is
I
you
said,
claiming your property
I-
back. Of course this person
exactly.
is going to be living back in poverty,
And
they
it,
have nowhere to go, they have
and
no home, nothing.
no, and remember, the white people that lost the war, they never left Zimbabwe. They're still there.
Exactly.
That's why they've been waging a war for 20 years to get the land back that they stole. I want my land back that I stole from you. So those white people never left Zimbabwe, Joby.
That's
They're
true.
running around. They never left. They never said, well, let me go back to Europe. They never left.
I'd say it's weak of a country and as a leader of you saying that you demand your property back, but you still want to compensate the people who also made you lose your property. Because they're saying this is
Exactly.
about 4,000 white farmers who lost their homes and
Lost,
swaths of
lost their
land
home.
on the black majority countries. The President Robert Mugabe launched the often chaotic distribution program in 2000, which
So
turned violent
they gonna
into
call they gonna call it chaotic because was it chaotic? Was it chaotic when white people went in there to steal their land over
yes.
150 years ago? Of course not. They went in and just stole it.
Hmm.
So me getting my thing back. See, I told you, white people want to, as they stole the world, they want to freeze it as they stole it. Like I told Leslie, colonized head ass last Friday. They want to steal the world. They want to freeze the world as they stole it, and then say black people are criminals since they put you in poverty. There was
Yeah.
no criminality throughout Africa because Africa is abundant. So there wasn't no reason nobody ever be any criminal, and the systems of governance didn't allow anyone to be without. So there was no need to be a criminal. Africa is a place of abundance. That's why white people never want to leave.
Yeah.
So
Period.
exactly. Look at all
Hmm.
them look at all them fake white people. I sent you guys that video. Shout out to that brother guy. Right? All them fake white people live up in the northern part of Africa, calling themselves Arabs and all these African and Berbers and all these African names that they stole the culture, stole your identity. Now they're supposed to be these ancient African people. They're the Phoenicians. They're the Carthaginians. It, the psychopathy with these people is crazy.
It is
So
insane.
that's why they changed the names out, even in the south part of Africa. We're Afrikaans. No, you're Dutch. You're not needing Afrikaans. You're not from Africa. You're not Afrikaans, Africana, whatever fake made up name you want to give yourself. You're Dutch from Europe. That's where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Joby.
Period. But as we get to move on to the next conversation, if you talk about, of course, us being held back from not completely achieving our wealth, which is in advance.
On
It's like
purpose.
it's in
I got you.
plenty here. Like
Because
it's
they can't compete with you. I want you look at the video I just sent you, Joby, on my other phone.
okay.
Look at the last video I sent you. When the white ladies understanding, yeah, that's why black people held back. Because they always studied, they know something very special. Like I try to tell you guys,
Mm-hmm.
very special about you. They know on an equal playing field, Joby, they can't compete with us. They lose. So they make up systems, now they got control of the world, systems that are unequal, unjust to favor them. Because on any field, I mean, intellectually, that's why you get school fees, you're given bad education, fake history, fake everything. Because everything you created. And so since they know that now, they made systems to make sure that they cut your legs up at the starting point. So that's what these things are because, like I said, you look at any Olympics, who do you think is always winning? See, you see all these black people from different countries, all these Africans. They say, "Oh, this is England, this is America, this is Jamaica, this is Colombia, this is Brazil." But all they are is Africans, Joby, who now live in different countries. But at the
There's a
end of the day, they're still Africans. Go ahead, Joby.
video about the melanin and how it
Yes.
connects.
Yeah, that's the way Lieutenant exactly. I think these black people know everything. I think the white people who run the world top know that that's why they against the African people's hair and what it does. That's right. All these straight that she's learning. That's right, lady. That's right. I think these black people are directly connected to God. Yeah, that's true. That's right, white lady. Got nothing to do with no Allah and Jesus nonsense. Directly connected to their melanin. Melanin is divide. I told you it is the molecule of the creator.
Yeah, but before I get to share the video,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
just
yeah. Go ahead, Joby.
article here about Dangote and what is happening in Nigeria. Now, let me give you guys a short story before even I just mentioned Nigeria. Coming to work, I'm just
All
very
right.
decent. You just have a mini tennis skirt and a white top, and I had a long yellow jacket and some really strong long boots because I know my skirt is kind of short, but not really that short. So coming to work, I have this Nigerian. I've been seeing him around in Rongai. There's a time he wants to
As another new Nigerian.
Oh my God, Nigerians are so many here, like so many. We also have another one who has set a whole business, a
Oh,
spa
I didn't
downstairs.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, I've been seeing him around. There's a time I went to buy beef. I think either last year. He stopped me at the butchery, and then I don't know who he confuses me for every time we bump into, because he like, yo, I remember you. You didn't give me your number last time. I'm like, bro, I don't even know you, and I'm not giving you my number.
And I'm still
Like,
not giving you my number now. Hit the road.
yeah, like I'm not giving you my number. So I'm coming to work. I didn't choose a Buddha, but I was just walking.
All right.
Um, he stops and says, "I stopped because of you." Just out of nowhere, not even hello, nothing. The same guy. That was happened last year, right? Now this is this year. Today I'm coming to work. This guy says, "I stopped because of you."
So what?
I ignore, and he says, "Hey you, I stopped because of
Hey,
you." He's
hey,
yelling
you.
at me. I'm like, "Excuse me, I don't know you. I really don't know you. I think you confused me for someone else, but I don't really know you." He's like, "I
Hmm.
don't care. I want to talk to you." I'm like, "Oh my God." He
You
started
don't
getting
care. I
out.
said, I was like, hey, you don't care? Get the fuck out my face.
Listen, I told him, listen, I don't know who taught you how to talk, but this is so
Exactly.
rude. You, number one, this is so rude. It's like, you prostitute, you're refusing to talk to me because you're dressed like a prostitute. I'm
Prostitute. See
like,
now, they start calling you a prostitute. See exactly. So you know you want to. Now he starts starting calling you a prostitute.
now
That's how you know.
another man comes, is like, yo, this lady was just minding her business. Why are you abusing her? Why
Exactly.
are you attacking her? Like, let me
Exactly.
leave this prostitute alone. Let me leave this. I'm like, bruv, do you know you're in Kenya? You are a foreigner, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna call cops on you. At this point, I'm not gonna pull the Pan Africanism in me, but I'm gonna get you arrested. Stop playing with me. And he ran away. Man, I
Good.
was so pissed. I came to work because I came to work early. I wanted to do Sheila's makeup. I'm like, bruh, don't destroy my mood. I'm in a really, really good mood. I'm in a really, really good mood.
Well, that's what you're supposed to handle them, Joby.
Definitely.
Supposed to have some rude moron talking crazy to you.
Oh my God. I also thought we need to go back to Tinibu. Your president is not handling your country. Now you come disturb other countries. The heck? Like, this is the point where you even forget what you really talk about because some people can really get your
You
back.
Nigerians all over Africa, people want to get rid of your ass. Everywhere you Nigerians go, people want to get rid of your ass. Everywhere you go. I hear everywhere you go. South
Mm-hmm.
Africa, you know they try to get rid of your ass in South Africa. They want you out. Now
And
Zimbabwe is talking shit about that's no it's gonna be Kenya too. Zimbabwe want to get your ass out of there. You
man,
motherfuckers have went all throughout Africa now. We go,
they come here and we too accommodating, but don't be disrespectful. Man,
right.
respectful. The moment first you're talking to me English, of course you're not Kenyan. I can hear your accent. You're Nigerian. You're a Nigerian. Bruv, I know you're a Nigerian. I'm gonna call cops on you. Do you even have an ID, or you're just a walking broke nigga? Do you have an ID? I'm gonna call cops on you. And they know you're gonna take me, and I'm gonna destroy you. Don't play with me. But one thing I say, I'm gonna, because I see him around. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get myself a taser. Oh my God, a taser. I'm gonna
you
boil. I'm gonna
you
boil.
gonna tase it. You gonna tase his ass, Joby.
What I'm gonna do, I'm going to buy a lot of peppers tomorrow, like chili peppers tomorrow. I'm going to boil, let them cool, and then put them on a bottle. Okay? I'm not buying no pepper spray, original pepper mix. Man, because you have no idea, kid. I've been saying this, but today this I'm like, man, I wish I had this with me. Because this girl was so close to my face. Like,
That's crazy. That's
oh my.
crazy.
But
See,
anyway.
so you been talking. So now you're a prostitute. Now you're all this. Exactly. So you already knew his intentions weren't no good to begin with. Now all of a sudden now you're a prostitute because you won't talk to his ass. See that? Exactly. I'd have called the police on his ass too, getting your ass deported. Yeah, I know you're here illegal. You ain't in Kenya legally. I'm gonna get your ass deported. Right back to your miserable ass, fucked up country.
My God, he was lucky I had heels on because I couldn't do anything. I wanted to push him on the street. Like I was quickly heated up. I'm like, nah, you getting on my nerve. God. But anyway, talking about Nigerians and their goofy ass country and their leaders, you know. Oh my God. So we have Dangote who has come forward to talk about, of course, the importation of petroleum after him, of course, launching that is the oil refinery. They're saying that the billionaire Nigeria oil magnate Aliko Dangote has questioned why the state-owned Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, that is the NNPC, and private retailers still import petroleum products when his refinery can produce enough. Dangote said his company has more than 500 million liters of petroleum in stock, which is more than enough to serve Nigeria
Of
if
course, but they don't
doesn't.
want to. They don't want you Africans to control your own resources, and your country's corrupt, Dangote. You know your you know your officials are corrupt, and the white man doesn't want you. You need Africans to actually make money off your own shit. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're saying that also as some analyses are, however, skeptical about whether the quantity was enough to service the needs of Nigerians. In recent months, Dangote Company and the Dangote Group has been loggerheads with the NNPC, sorry, and some private oil firms over control of the petroleum market. Well, what I'd say about Dangote is if he really wants to do the best for his people, number one, of course, which he has to collaborate with all these the retailers and all that. I don't know how he can talk to Tinibu because this has to benefit, I believe, the citizens, number one. But if you look at the Nigerians, like we shared, there's a video I shared some time back of the innovator, that guy who innovated the the gas that didn't require gas but just water and petroleum. He spoke about the prices of oil, how sometimes it is hard to get the money to go get oil. And I believe in, especially Nigeria, in the places like we see the slums and all that, these people do not even have gas. So majority are relying on kerosene and petroleum to cook and all that, and the stoves. So they need actually not just subsidies of the oil. The oil needs to be affordable. If you have a refinery company in your country, why is the prices of oil still high? That is something I don't understand. Why is the prices of oil or petroleum still very high in the country? So I do believe this is all perpetual talk again. Um, and we know, despite having or him being the billionaire he is, he doesn't even treat his people well. He doesn't treat his employees correct. We've seen his employees, of course, demanding higher wages, and he went ahead and fired all of them because of demanding for these higher wages. It is crazy. But as we get to continue, let me share the video you shared with me. Man, I remember just that Nigerian. I'd forgotten that story. Like, I moved on very quick. Sheila made me forget all of it. But shout out to the Nigerians. I've not really met such a crazy Nigerian like that. That is the first one, being honest. Majority are really scared of talking because they're scared you're gonna call cops on them. They're scared of the reaction you're gonna give them. This is the first moron of a Nigerian I've seen, and pardon my language, but that is just the truth. This is the moron I've seen today. And if they are running from their country because of being moronic, it makes a whole lot of sense. Literally.
London,
It's crazy, man.
I've been watching and listening to some of Dr.
Ocean.
Africa's seminars, and I'm blown away with what I've learned. I have
I
some
mean,
theories that I would
it's
like to share.
at the volume.
Yeah, I just started looking at this. I think melanin is a direct
Hold on,
connection.
Joby.
I've been
You
watching
said you
and listening.
can't use that word no more. That's what you told me.
That's why I say pardon my language. I say
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right. All right.
I
All
say
right.
pardon my language.
All right.
Yeah, my nephew is even telling me that dude is not worth it. I know, Marshall. I know it's not worth it. But he might have come a Joby. If it was the crazy Joby you had known, he'd have gone to prison. He might have come a Joby. Trust me.
Some of Dr. Africa's seminars, and I'm blown away with what I've learned, and I have some theories that I would like to share with you guys. I haven't seen all of the stuff yet, and I haven't got a chance to read the books yet. I just started looking at this a couple days ago, but I just want to show you guys this. So most of this is going to build off of a theory that I have that God's throne room is Polaris. I have a whole playlist on it. This is a human's electromagnetic field. Basically what happens is our heart and our brain pump out electricity, and that electricity interacts with the magnetism in our environment. Naturally, most people put out about 3 to 5 feet of a field around them. And in previous videos, I got into how I think that the North
Pause it.
Pole.
Pause it. Pause for a second, Joey. So the magnetic field, guys. So understand ancient African science, spirituality. You have magnetic field. That's why when your thoughts, it's how you manifest stuff. You are a magnet. Okay? When you're vibrating at a high frequency, your thoughts send out a wave of light and it brings back whatever you want to them because you're a magnet. So you attract what you are. That's how it works. Okay? That's science. Not that they taught you to be fear and it's witchcraft. No, it's science. Right about you as you think, that's the world is gonna give you what you think because you create your own reality. And since you're a magnet, it comes back to you faster depending on how high your vibration, how big your magnet is. Okay? That's how it works. Not that goofy Jesus shit and that goofy Allah shit, which is make believe and they just made up 2 days ago. This is ancient African spirituality, science, whatever you call it. But that's what's actually real. See, your spirit shit is now proven that the white man finally caught up from not being a savage. He's got science. They said, damn, all this goofy African shit is all real. It's how the world universe really works. Now that he knows it, he's not going to teach you your own science because now you're scared of it. Oh, you're practicing your witchcraft. Okay, stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay. See news coming in as I see all social media platforms have been blocked in Mauritius until the country's elections are over. The social media platforms will be back on November 11th. Oh my God.
center of Earth,
Hey,
and
hey.
that compasses work off of the North Pole as like the center of the X. Dr. Africa taught me that melanin interacts with electromagnetism and it makes you far more electromagnetic. Melanin is currently being studied for its energy production powers.
Of
So
course.
remember, the electromagnetic field interacts with the magnetism in the environment around you.
That's
And my
why
theory is
African
that
people, once you
more
start learning,
melanin.
you can fly, you can have electricity come out your hands. It's all real. It's not make believe. It's all real. Why you supposed to eat an alkaline diet and all these other things? This is real. Go ahead, Joe.
Are going to interact more with the magnetic north, aka like God's throne room, because Polaris is right above the North Pole, and that's why people with more melanin are typically highly spiritual because they actually have a direct link with God woven into them. Melanin literally acts as a superconductor for electricity, meaning that it would logically make sense that the more melanated a person is, the further their electromagnetic field expands. So, in looking at how a superconductor acts in Earth's magnetic field, they basically cancel each other out, which is what makes me think even further so that they are directly linked to God and the North Pole. I couldn't find too much information on hair and how that affects a magnetic field. I did find one research paper that suggested that coily hair is also like highly conductive. I haven't connected all of the
Yes,
dots yet, but from what I'm
your
finding,
African
there
hair.
has to be a difference in how it's ionically charged as opposed to like straight hair. And I think that further increases the capability of the electromagnetic stuff. And I think negatively charging your hair brings your electromagnetic fields down. Most of our straighteners are marketed as ionic straighteners, and they put negative ions on your hair to smooth it. Hair relaxers and straightening products all change the ionic nature of hair. I think that they've intentionally programmed society to believe that curly or coily hair is like not acceptable for this very reason. Dr. Africa also says that melanin kind of repels moisture and water to keep its conductive properties, because when something is moist it can't conduct electricity as well, and that's why people of color have a harder time keeping moisture in their skin and hair, because it's their body's natural like want to stay electromagnetic. He also talks about the importance of alkaline foods in melanin production, and one of the highest alkaline foods that we know of is watermelon. And I can't help but feel like society has conditioned people of color to not eat watermelon because it's been made like a stereotype when it naturally is doing wonders for the body. And I think that that's on purpose. Melanin is used in computer chips and military weapons. Melanin is literally magic. It seems to have magical properties. In one research paper that I was reading the other day, it said that they were splicing small amounts of gold into melanin and that it was like extremely effective at curing cancer. And copper and gold protect
That
electromagnetic.
pause that. So that's why I was teaching irritant. When you have an alkaline diet, your body's highly oxygenated with your melanin, you don't get disease. That's why Africans never had diseases.
Yep.
Understand that? Your body is designed not to have diseases, guys. That's why Africans live so long. Okay? Because you're directly connected to the creator. Now you got your fake religions and now you die at 55. Huh? Because you went away from being African. You
Mm-hmm.
know, African was bad. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
Where's the video? Got it. Okay.
Saw like all of those pieces of art of Nubian princes and princesses and African queens and kings where they're like decked out in gold and copper jewelry. I think that they knew
Nope.
exactly this. Here's some pop culture references where they're putting it in our face. We have Static Shock, Black Lightning,
Good
Storm.
question.
This one's more subtle, but Miles Morales in Spider-Man has like an additional power where like his fist has
Check what's up
lightning.
my news.
Jakeem Thunder, Black Lightning, Johnny Storm, Monica Rambeau. To me, it seems like the people at the tippy top know something that we don't know, and that people with higher levels of melanin are closely connected to God, so they put
Yes,
them
they do
in
know that.
bad positions so that they can't ever figure that out. Slavery,
Exactly.
segregation, all of that kind of stuff. And then once that ended, you have stuff like redlining. This
Massive
I
mind
can't
control.
say on camera, but look this up. Does anyone remember when Meek Mill came out and said that
Help him.
rappers are paid higher if they rap about violence, pew pews,
What you laughing about, Joe? Be somebody talking,
what
say
about the
something
fact
crazy
that
on TikTok or something?
Nah, I'm just, yeah, it's just some comments. I'm laughing on
this is
TikTok.
what gets put out to little girls as a role
Okay.
model. Nobody can convince me that
What
she's
comics
not.
you reading?
A couple months back, she put out a set of lip glosses that was like marketed to younger girls, and the names
Comments
were
on this girl's
gorgeous.
video or something?
Christians and how like their
Yeah.
demographics are comprised. Look at what it looks like. We live in Satan's world. Satan does not like Christianity. And it seems obvious, even by the statistics, that the more melanin, or if you have any
It
melanin
ain't
at
got to
all,
do with
the
no
more likely
Christianity,
you're supposed to
lady.
be it seems like people of color just
Ain't
naturally
got-
hold
There's more
towards
black Muslims than there are Christians. It ain't got to do with no
knowledge that the
Christianity,
world
lady.
doesn't know, that the elites know, and that's why they work their butts off to bring people of color down as much as possible. I've learned so much in the past couple days about how like cool melanin is and how it's literal magic. If you're a melanated person, you should be proud of that because they are trying to make you low vibration. That means that you vibe
Duh.
so high that you are a threat to them, in my opinion. Melanin does so many amazing things. School me in the
Yep.
comments about things that like I didn't mention because maybe I just
Exactly.
ignored them or
That's why your
whatever.
music is garbage. Talking about all this old fake ass rap that they destroyed. And all your movies are garbage. You got your goofy Nicki Minaj's and your goofy Cardi B's and Sexy Reds or whatever. I don't even know the names of these motherfuckers. What's the other one?
I
Ice
spy.
Spice and all these goofy can't talk. That's on purpose, guys. That's to destroy your that's to destroy your vibration. Because as Africans, when you're left alone, you dominate everything and everybody. What is so funny, Joe? What are you laughing at? What's happening? What happened? Who are you laughing at?
Hey, anyone you wewe. Nimeshajua ni wewe kwenda huko. Oh my god. Oh, I need the fan on. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Oh, hey, let me continue. Shout out to Jiba Jabba, Joe Mosquito. Shout out to
Joe, you ain't gonna share with us what you laughing about. Just leave us hanging.
hey, just a minute. Let me calm down. Just a minute.
Must be hilarious, shit.
Hey, 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 it's someone who's asking. Today is our holiday, right? And we announced yesterday on the culture show for those who are listening.
Another holiday? We just had one like a week, 2 weeks ago. God damn. It's
Yeah, last week they
crazy.
nationalized. I think it was this week or the last week they nationalized the Indian holiday. It's now a public holiday. Yesterday, they announced during our show on the culture show at 9 p.m. that today it's going to be a public holiday because of the inauguration of the deputy president. So, you know, so yeah, that is what someone is asking me. The way they're posing the question is just so funny. It's crazy, but anyway.
Okay.
It is crazy. Shout out to everyone on TikTok. Jiba Jabba, also see you. I see earlier he was saying we have to do a study on reparations. I agree with that. That is especially I feel like for the black Africans in the continent, yeah. And I also see you saying occupied, imprisoned, and enslaved. I know that's right. And he also adds why people say never had a deed. Uh, they pulled that on the Native Americans as they stole America. And I also see Chiba says that he still like reggae. Who? I missed on that. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know who you're talking about. And I also see you saying you have a simp stalker. Man, I don't attract that kind of stalker shit. And that is a broke ass stalker. Like what like go eat something and put something on your skin. Like you're so born. Like you have bones on your skin. Like nah, man, if I was to tell that I really didn't I didn't have the time. Like I didn't have the time and the energy because it got me so off
Yeah,
guard.
you're tired to turn him up, Joby.
Man, I didn't have to tell. Yeah, I didn't have to tell him up. Like I was to tell him, you're so skinny. You look like you got AIDS. You need to go. You need to go get some ARVs. Like man. And then where he approached me is the wrong place because I got people who can support me. Because all those guys were already standing looking at me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nah, is this motherfucker? I'm gonna find him." I told them that. I'm gonna find him. I told him I'm gonna look for that motherfucker because I see him around. I know that. Don't worry about it. I told them, don't worry about it. I'm gonna find that motherfucker for real. Because man, messing with me, calling me a hoe because I can't
But
get
them,
my.
all these Nigerians be broke. How do they be making it all the way throughout Africa? How they get to
Scam.
Kenya? How they make it all the way to damn? Well, how they make it to damn? They be in Kenya, Namibia, Angola, Botswana,
Scamming.
Zambia, Zimbabwe,
Scamming.
South Africa.
It's
Huh?
called scamming women, and then using women to get whatever they want. They scam
But
women,
yeah,
use
but
women.
not that that that's that damn
Most
starving skinny guy in car no women, Joey. How did
not really scam, but they like let's say for me, they like women they have not really tapped into because I don't know what this guy used, but if they have a woman, this woman is gonna lead them to everything they need, especially the dumb ones. I'm gonna say the dumb ones. The final majority of the dumb ones, they're gonna be led into even taking loans, doing crazy things in the name of this. I found myself a Nigerian. I'm in
it
love.
still it still can't be a bunch of them, Joey. There's not that many women. How are these Nigerians getting all over the damn place?
At
It's
this
crazy.
point, I don't know, damn. These Nigerians got to go. Like, what the heck? You come into our country talking disrespect. You gonna go.
I know.
Where you
I know.
going? You gonna go back to
I,
the country. Eh? You
I'm
gonna
like,
go.
how they getting all over the? How they get to me? Because even me and Demore wanted to ask the question. We found out there's even Nigerians in Mexico. I'm like, what the hell? How they getting to Mexico? You got them in.
Nigerians
You got
go.
you got Nigerians in Colombia. You got Nigerians in Brazil. A bunch of them. I said, how the fuck did these Nigerians get all the way to Brazil?
Nigerians will have to go, man, because it's not gonna be like that. You're gonna go, okay? You guys are gonna go. You're not gonna become disrespectful here. You're not killing women and just sleeping. Now you're calling us hoes. You're gonna go. You're gonna go. That guy, tell me, trust me. I've given you guys the story, right? How it started. I'll tell you how it ended. Give me time. I'm gonna find that person. Give me time. I'm gonna tell you guys how it ended. Like I'm gonna take my revenge on that. It's been a while since
Well,
I did vengeance.
at least he became a person and not a motherfucker no more. First you're gonna find that motherfucker. Now he's a person. Okay,
No,
cool.
no, no, no. You're still a motherfucker. I'm just trying to use the I'm trying to literally like contain my
Wait,
language. Like I'm trying to use
all right,
contain my language. I also see
okay.
Jibajaba earlier was saying that those exports are collateral against the international loans. That is a lose-lose situation. So I agree. Jibajaba Mosquito also see on YouTube came here. I also see Jiba said build that wall, Joby. I did, and that's why I said I moved on too quick, man. Like I'd forgotten like about that story. Like I've gotten myself to the point where I'm not if I'm emotionally, let's say, affected, it's for a few seconds. Nowadays, I'm not gonna allow myself, or I don't allow myself no more to get sunk into thoughts, overthinking. What I was overthinking
That's
is how
right.
I'm gonna get a taser, and how I wish I
You ain't talking about making your own pepper spray, all kind of crazy.
yeah. Those are the only thing that was disturbing my head. I'm like, God damn, this guy is so goddamn lucky. He is so lucky. He has no idea. But I also see Juba says she's trying to explain why she likes BBC. And I also see Gerald says, I have a short video about this one. I'll share on WhatsApp. Thank you, John Mosquito. And I also see Jiba says that is good information. Joby, will you get serious? I was just laughing at a comment. I'm sorry, General. That was too funny for me. And I also see it says, can you please share the video on WhatsApp for us? Okay, sure. I will share the link. And Joby is not serious today. Yo, it's a Friday. It's on a Friday. Life is not that serious too.
It's a
Okay.
Friday, and it's Sheila's birthday.
You know
I think I
what's
tell
up?
you, it's
Yeah.
Sheila's birthday. We're celebrating Sheila's birthday today, Joe Mosquito. So
Yes, it's celebration.
calm down.
Yeah, you get serious, John Mosquito, and send some gifts. That's what's up.
That's
But
right.
I mean, we're coming to the end of today's show. Have yourselves a beautiful day, of course. See you guys later on the Rhythm Scoop Show. Come back, catch up with Iwaton on Let's Pop. See what she has for you today, aligned if she has a guest,
Here time to be back.
a
Oh, she got a
spiritual
guess.
conversation. I'm not
She got a.
sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure. But yes, much you ensure you have our application if you are on YouTube for the first time. Download our app. It is very easy to find on the Google Play Store. For those who are here for the first time. Ensure you also check out our amazing organic supplements, which are very, very affordable. You're talking about the lion mane mushroom, honey goat weed, only all at $33. We also have some turmeric gummies, $22, some sea moss. We have our beverages, which are also very affordable. Organic coffee products, Manuka honey, $59. Mushroom coffee fusion coming from the lion mane and the chaga, $36. Hemp coffee blend, medium roast, $32. Brazilian blend, $31. Under our beauty hair nail supplements, we also have some Alpha Energy, $40. Brain and Focus Formula, $39. Conjunctive Support, $29. Colon Gentle Cleanse, $35. And last but not least, under our vitamin, if you're not getting enough sunlight, vitamin D3 is the way to go. $19. Green Superfood, $35. Complete multivitamin, $32. And also some energy strips. Nonetheless, have yourselves a beautiful day. Thank you so much to the Airbnb and Fanny Kenya for tuning in from the beginning. Nashukuru sana. And also to my nephew, shout out to Edu. I'm coming where you at. And also shout out to everyone on YouTube and also on the radio station, on the show page on Amazon TV for keeping it the Black Hot Fire Network. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Peace. Later.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, we said that Pan African shit. We went out the